Hi guys, I was following around, minding my business. I was following around, minding my business, and I was just shuffling up my cards, and I saw something come out. It says there's a warning, but not that. Not this is. I'll see if I can find it. It was a big red sign. That's oh man. That's when I put the camera on. I'm like, dang. Something about an earthquake, a storm. Oh jeez. I really was not trying to cut the camera on this. Somebody's not chattering about something anymore. There's no light chatter. Somebody's trying to avoid some sort of an issue when it comes to something. I don't know if this has to do with weather, but somebody's trying to avoid some sort of a conversation. Somebody's focused on something that is right before them. I feel like whoever this energy is picking up, there was something that they had forecast out. Right? It's a plan, a forecast. I forecast that within 7 days or on this day, this is like a forecast. Something that you see ahead of time, or a prediction or something like that. Somebody thought that they were going to have to deal with something a little ways off, but it actually is now. So you have to deal with something right now. Somebody had not intended on it. So what was once light chatter is very heavy chatter when it comes to something. Something's very heavy. Give me more. What is this conversation is very heavy? Okay. There's a conversation being had that somebody wants to play a lot. They like to play with a ball where the string is out. I don't know what kind of ball where the string is out. I don't know sports. There's something with 2 legs and yeah. There's something is there a string? Something with a string. Oh, that could be in a window. Something with a window. Give me more. 2 legs. 2 legs in it. But somebody's upset. There's light talk about how playful they are. How, I don't want to say flirtatious, but they're very playful. They might like to play games. Somebody could be into tennis. Somebody's very playful. And somebody's going full speed ahead. Somebody is actually taking sprints. Somebody's taking sprints to get the heck out of the room. I want to get away from this. Somebody's using their instinct to move away from some situation where the chat has become loud. So I feel like this is some action taken. Maybe this is you, because something that was once quiet or a ways off is now right before you. Have to deal with this right now. So full speed ahead. Somebody might be coming up with some sort of a plan to deal with something. They're going pretty fast. It says something about them outpacing somebody else. Somebody's ahead of the game when it comes to some situation. I don't know what that's about. But the reason why I actually turned this camera on is because of that warning card. But I guess that story came out. Somebody's not affectionate anymore either. Whatever that's about. Let me see what this story could be about. Who is, oh man, what do I do? Who is this playful? What signs can I look out for before I go into another story? What signs are significant here? What signs are significant? Somebody who's ahead of the game. Somebody's in Aquarius. They're ahead of the game. All right. There's going to be something said. Something that was quiet. They're like, oh, I don't have to deal with that. Or that's nothing. That person's a nobody. I got to. Well, something's in front of you that you have to deal with now. It says that you're moving full speed ahead. And it says something about a house. Somebody, okay, and this is separate. Somebody could hit a house. Somebody's car could go into a house like 30 miles per hour. What? Give me more. Give me a sign. Okay. We got 2. So we have the letter I. We have a Pisces that comes up. So any one of those, give me one more. I hope for a letter. The letter J. So I, J, Pisces. Somebody's moving ahead. They're sprinting towards, I feel like somebody trying to get the heck out of something. I don't know if it's a deal, a house. But I also see where there's a car that goes into somebody's house at a decent speed. So whatever that's about. Look out for that. Somebody might have pre-planned that. You never know. Who knows? Who knows? All right, what we got? Give me a story. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Move all this stuff. What up there? Right there. Okay. Give me the collective. What do we need to know? Somebody might actually have a cat. Somebody's cat is sensing that a storm is going to come. It could be an earthquake. This is a King of Cups energy. You could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. King of Cups energy. Give me more. That's good. It's upright. So you guys are kind, loving, good father figures, benevolent, whatever. Right? Oh. But we have some friends, the Three of Cups. This is Cancer energy. Somebody could be the King of Cups, but there's some friend group here. Some people that you celebrated with, friends from here, there, and everywhere, whatever. Something went on with these friends. I think you might be darting away from these people. Give me more. What happened? Give me one more. We had the King of Cups, Three of Cups reversed. Okay, because of some celebration that shouldn't happen to win a ride. There was a false person at a celebration. Somebody was attempting to celebrate with somebody. So we have Cancer energy here. We have Aries energy here. There was some sort of a celebration, but there were red flags before somebody went down that road. I feel like whoever this is, whoever this person is right here, this King of Cups, I think they realized something like, oh man, I made a mistake. But you kind of knew that though. All right, and they're scared that they have to walk away. There's a Pisces energy here. You may have to walk away from a situation. Some of you guys may want to walk away. Maybe you're in this energy. There's nothing left that I can do to make the situation better or improve it or anything like that. So I'm going to go on my way, right? This is, I don't want to leave, but I have to. I've exhausted all my resources here. This also goes on to say somebody wants to be single. You got Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. I walk away from something that I thought was going to be a good, whatever, relationship or something like that. I'm unsatisfied. I'm not happy. There's nothing I can do to improve the situation, so I walk away. Ultimately, my goal is to be single and happy. I want the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups says I want to be single and happy. That's just one of the meanings to it. But when I see you walking away and then this energy comes up, first off, I walk away and I'm happier. I have a peace of mind, but I want to be single, or I didn't want to be single. I wasn't happy with the way things worked out, but I'm single. I'm successful. I'm making my way. I'm happy. I don't mind being single. I might actually like this single thing. It's kind of like that with this Pisces energy, but somebody walks. Give me more. At least this story sounds a little normal. Whew, thank goodness. The cops didn't show up yet? Okay, but a family member did. So there's some family member here or an older person in the family. You want to walk away for your Nine of Cups with this older person in the family. For some of you guys, if we take a look at it story-wise, some of you guys says, screw it, I'm going to walk away from this money. This is some sort of an inheritance, or you were born into money, inheritance, gift given by whoever, right? But this also represents somebody older in the family that you could be trying to escape. I want to escape this family with this celebration, says this happy man, King of Cups. I don't want to be bothered with this. This person got the heck on. He went Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Somebody gave up the money or they walked away from it in this story. Now, in other news with this, there's this older person in the family, somebody who is reluctant to give up finances. I'm not giving you, I don't think you deserve, I'm not, whatever, for whatever reason. Somebody might be saying, you walked away from this relationship, so you're not getting your inheritance or something like that. Give me more. All right, your Ten of Pentacles, that's a Virgo energy that comes up. Ten of Pentacles, somebody could be a Virgo. This Virgo person could be older. This Virgo person might have a child with you. This person might be imbalanced. They might have a child with you. For some of you guys, you might actually have a child. Hold on. Or whatever's going on. Somebody might be due some money, but there's this older person who says, I don't like the way this, I don't like da-da-da. They have their reservations. Their reservations could stem from beliefs. Some say they could be outdated, like, grandma, that ain't how stuff go today. But then grandma gonna come back and say, well, the Bible don't lie and all this other stuff, right? So you got somebody over here for whatever reasons. They don't want to give up child support. They ain't trying to give over the inheritance. They feel like your kid ain't good enough or whatever. Whatever, right? So they crazy though. It says this person could be a Sagittarius. This person is imbalanced, mentally ill. Something is wrong with them, right? They ain't got it all. Sagittarius energy, that could be the older person in the family. What's wrong with this older person in the family who feels like you ain't good enough? What is this? Or why are they losing their mind? You could be a Sagittarius because there's something that is going to fall apart. They're trying to avoid a tower. So you have a Sagittarius here trying to avoid a tower, which is why they don't want to give up the money, right? There's some fear that things are going to fall apart. There's some fear that if this money is given up, see, the thing is, you bring more energy on your situation, or more eyes on your situation, when you keep saying, oh no, you find reasons not to do stuff. And then after the 5th, 6th, 7th time, and then stuff catching on fire, and then the investigators start looking at, well, gee, why are you always saying no? And why is it always a no over here? Is there something you're trying to avoid? Yes, a tower. They don't want this smoke. All right, whoever this is, this tower, I look at this as Scorpio. You trying to avoid this tower, right? Because you already know Scorpio gonna make it rain on that. I'm just saying. Like, when I tell you Scorpio gonna make it rain fire down this mother, that's exactly what it's gonna look like. Okay, so you trying for this not to happen, but you gonna fess up and you gonna talk. You got Scorpio out here that ain't giving no what's. All right, I feel like whoever you are, if you are whoever this is, if this is a Scorpio energy aside from this story, I feel like you're gonna give these folks hell. I feel like whoever this Sagittarius is, now they tried to come for you. Literally tried to come for you, end you. They was blaming all type. They said you set a house on fire, right? Look at this. They said, oh, the insurance fraud, that's them. Now the whole time, Scorpio, you was minding your business. Maybe some of y'all was in a recording studio, some of y'all was just at the house or whatever. And these people saying you was blowing shit up and you was da-da-da. The hell? So this Sagittarius over here shook about these lies. That's what that is. You shook. Because at the end of the day, you the one that committed the insurance fraud and burning the houses down and all that other stuff, and you know it. You the one that gotten away with the money and all this other stuff, trying to make insurance claims and contracts and all these lies. It says here somebody did have a choice. Now again, this is Scorpio energy. It looks like Scorpio, you have the energy or power to make this whoever this is, literally, it says that you have a choice. Now I know what I would do. Because it's crazy, I don't care. Say somebody, oh, I was mentally ill. I don't give a fuck, okay? I don't care. So you said somebody burned the house down. Somebody, first of all, this Sagittarius energy is afraid of going to the fortress, the jailhouse. They're really trying to get out of that. But there's a Scorpio ultimately that has a choice, and they're just trying to figure out which option am I going to use to end this. Which one am I going to use? Am I going to use the gate with right there? You see that one? You was with him, right? And then you got this one over here, whatever that is going on. That looks illegal. Then you got the snake. Like, which way am I going to slaughter you? Right? Which way am I going to cut you at the knees, as Scorpio is saying? Because you going to catch it. So Scorpio just trying to figure out which way they're going to finish you. Sagittarius, give me more. What else is going on? This could be somebody from your family who did this to you. You could have a Sagittarius over in the jailhouse. You got Sagittarius everywhere. They at the job. All these demons is that they everywhere. So you probably pick, these could be all the Sagittariuses that you got the gut. Okay, you got one in the Olympics. You got one that's a mouse, that's a street something. You got this one over here. All types of, it could be anyone. Maybe you just trying to figure out which ones you're going to line up first. It could be somebody from your family. Scorpio energy again. Big Scorpio energy. Tell me, what is Scorpio thinking? What is you doing? Scorpio's moving forward with confidence. Right, in this situation, because they know what they know. I feel like I'm picking up on every Scorpio. When Scorpios know that something's been done to them, we know who you are, right? We don't just come for you. We make sure, because we know automatically, but then we also know that in a sense we're patient, or we just sit back and we look, and we can automatically, right, we already knew who you was, but here's the confirmation. Not that we needed it, but we like to give you that grace. But when we find out it's you, then we gonna eat you up. That's how it goes. Okay, because at the end of the day, the energy I'm picking up is these people came for Scorpio. Scorpio ain't come for them. Scorpio was doing what they do regularly, right? Stealing money. These people was trying to get, I told you it was about the money. Taking money off the top. All this because they ain't watch this Sagittarius is losing their minds. You got a Queen of Pentacles out here, right? So you got a Capricorn energy. It could be a Virgo, could be a Capricorn. You got some sex worker out here stealing money and blaming it on you, when you the Queen of Wands operating with genuine confidence, but this bitch is out here sleeping with for money. That's who this hoe is, right? She a sex worker, right? This Capricorn, so whoever she is, she a sex worker. While you out here operating decently, and this Sagittarius is very upset, which I don't give a okay? I don't give a what. If I did, I wouldn't be up here. I don't give a fuck about you. I give as many fucks as you gave when you did all this shit to me, okay? All right, so you got this Queen of Pentacles reverse, Empress reverse. This lady's a straight hoe, straight up. She sleeps with people for money, and on top of that, she be having babies for money, right? And she a mistress to some married, okay? So she ain't just a married dude. She belongs to the streets. Literally, she for the streets. Like she got the married dude, the other dude, and they give her money. Like, this is the type of energy. This Sagittarius, why are you so shook about this, Sag? Somebody could be a Taurus because there's a breakup and it's going to come out that this Sagittarius was messing with her. A Cancer, right? And that he was traveling overseas with her. Aries energy, you was traveling overseas with this hoe. That's what you was doing. Because you thought you was going to, oh, international waters, things are going to get better for me. No. Hold up. King of Swords, it says you going before the judge. Ooh, how's that going? Oh, it says the secret is coming out about a Pisces, right? Something that you ain't want to come out. The judgment could be that the secret comes out to a Pisces. You never know. But there's a secret, a dark secret that comes out, all right, about the Ace of Cups, how somebody tried to get with somebody and it ain't work out for them. Ace of Cups, some new offer of love or proposal, it was taken away. That wasn't given to you. The judgment ultimately by this Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, King of Swords, they say, the secret is coming out that I ain't checking for you like that. I'm not marrying you. I'm rejecting you. Something like that. Somebody could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, but the moon energy points me to Pisces. All right? Somebody could be a younger person. You could be a difference in age, but the Page of Cups also talks about seduction. Somebody tried to seduce you, and it didn't work. Right? This could also be somebody's sibling, a seduction. Younger sibling? Younger sibling may have run off and gotten hitched. What do they call it? Eloped. Hitched. Somebody's younger. You have a younger sibling. It could be a Pisces. They ran off and married somebody.